What is up, guys? I'm George Mossy. So last night, 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After Season 7, Episode 8 has aired. Now we went back to Lagos, Nigeria, and we are watching Angela and Rene leave this heated confrontation. And they wake up the next day and have a clear mind. And Angela actually has her mindset on leaving Nigeria, never to return, never to ever look back, never to even try to reconcile with Michael. So Renee decides to have a calm conversation with Angela and explain to her flying across the world to not even have a sit down conversation and try to get to the bottom of your issues is just not a productive way to handle this situation. Now, Angela is very reluctant to sit down with Michael because she just feels as though Michael is not open to working on this relationship and speaking about the issues that they have. So in this meeting, Angela gets 3 shots of vodka, which we know this is going to be a good meeting. And Michael sits down and they kind of have a little bit of a conversation, but the conversation shifts about Instagram and his phone. Now, Michael gets super, super defensive about the phone. He won't give Angela the phone. And then when he does put the phone in Angela's purse, he refuses to let the purse go. Now, my mind started to wonder because I thought, what exactly is in this phone that is making Michael so uncomfortable with Angela seeing? And he said, I'm scared that if she sees what's in my phone, or if she has my phone, she's going to throw it and crush it. And my mind immediately starts to wonder what exactly is in the phone that would make her react that way. Now, we know that Angela has a temper. That is what we know about Angela. And Angela will definitely tell you exactly how she feels in a high stakes situation. But Angela does not react that way to every situation. When there's nothing to react that way about, Angela is a pretty calm person. So the idea that Michael feels that Angela is going to react by smashing his phone kind of makes me wonder, what exactly is he doing? Why can't Angela see his Instagram? Because when I think of an Instagram account, the first thing that I think of isn't to block people from seeing my Instagram. The first thing that I would do when I would open an Instagram account is invite people to come and follow me and see what I'm doing, because the whole point of Instagram is sharing your life with the people that you know and love and people that you might want to interact with. So the idea that the very first thing that Michael did when he opened his Instagram account was block Angela so she couldn't see it is very suspicious. I just wonder what the situation is, because when you're in a marriage, is it ever okay to tell your wife or your husband they aren't allowed to know what's on your phone, or they aren't allowed to know what you're doing? Because I was under the impression a marriage is a team effort where you are equal to each other, and there aren't really secrets in a marriage. So I feel like it's part of your responsibility as a spouse, husband or wife, to be open and honest with your husband or wife, to make sure that this marriage is open and flowing and there's communication. Because when you have something like a phone or an Instagram account and your spouse is off limits from seeing it or knowing what you're doing, their mind is automatically going to go to the worst case scenario. Because if you are doing something that I can't know about, that means that there is something in that marriage that is not right. I don't condone violence and I don't condone yelling and screaming and destroying of property, but I do feel like open communication and honesty could have actually prevented all of this. If Michael would have come out of the house, handed Angela his phone, and let her see what was on it and proved that nothing was going on, I feel like this situation and trip would have went a lot differently, and Angela and Michael would have actually enjoyed their time together. But it seems that they're at a point where they can't see eye to eye, and it almost feels like Michael is checked out. He doesn't really want to entertain Angela or his marriage anymore. Now, how he got to that point, I'm assuming we're going to get to later in the season. All right, guys, I'm George Mossy. Make sure to follow me on all social media at George Mossy and GeorgeMossy.com for all your 90 Day Fiance news and updates. I'll talk to you all really soon.